Welcome to the latest episode of the Viewing Center podcast. I'm your host, Tega. I'm joined by Edmund Oris, and we have a new guest joining us. It's good to be back once again, and we'll be talking football this time. It's been a long time we discussed about football. Football hasn't been going on, but coronavirus has given us a break, and football is back. Oris, how are you doing?
Well, Tega, I'm actually excited. I'm fine. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I don't have corona, so thank God. Plus, I'm excited to be here talking football again because, we kind of took a break from it to discuss on other stuff. To be talking football, plus I have my president, my backup president and number one president with me today. So, I'm so excited.
Exactly. Joshua, welcome to the Viewing Center podcast. We are happy to have you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm excited also. I'm excited.
Yeah.
When Tega told me, I was like, wow, that's amazing.
What brought about the backup president, the name? Who gave you the name?
Let me talk. I'm the one that call him that personally because on Twitter, Twitter, this guy is a one-man army. This guy goes against Ronaldo fans, Real Madrid fans, and he completely destroys them on his own. You get so. Yeah. I just love the way he was vocal and the way he represents the club and defends the club. He's relentless. Sometimes I want to be like, guy, this guy I need to share your energy. You need to give himself your energy. So I'm actually happy I have him supporting my club instead of Yeah. So that's why I just started calling him president.
Well, you've explained everything now.
Yeah. All right. Let's kick things off with football. Premier League, to be exact. For me, I think Arsenal fans would have preferred lockdown to football resuming because since football resumed, they've been losing and they've been playing so poorly. They'll prefer the season had ended and so come back and watch this shit show that's been going on with Arsenal. Joshua, what's your take on Arsenal so far?
Arsenal, I'm just weak. It's been a terrible round, I won't lie. Personally, I think their performance is really dropping, and that's the effort they put into what they are doing. Arsenal is really falling apart, and it's really sad from my own side. I feel they can do better, but we have our own problems. So most of the time when I'm trying to talk about other clubs, I just remember my own club. Man. But on a neutral ground, Arsenal is really poor, and it's terrible to see how far they've dropped. And the other time I saw this girl was trending. What was her name again? That was Chedola's daughter.
Yeah,
it was because of Arsenal bad performance. So
yeah,
you can see how it's all.
She jumped ship from Arsenal, I think, to Chelsea. I think.
Yeah, I think she must have switched already. So I feel sorry for Arsenal fans. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would have left. Honestly.
Yes, so President, are you saying on football Twitter, a lot of people say when Messi leaves back, we're going to have a Tory time, we're going to retire. So are you saying the time will come if the club is not doing so well, you are going to abandon us?
No. Barcelona, we have a philosophy, right? We are not Arsenal. We play decent football. Even the time of Ronaldinho, that we were a bit kind of dependent on Ronaldinho, Eto'o, but as time goes on, Messi came and Messi was a different person entirely, and because he can do everything, we just feel like, okay, let's put the whole load on this guy, But then after Messi, Barcelona was still Barcelona. I see although stages will come where we're going to actually struggle, right? The struggling will come, but we can't be like Arsenal.
You don't think it's going to fall to the level of Arsenal?
It will never, because we are a big club and we've always been a big club. We've been in the top flight from day one, so I don't see Barcelona falling apart. Before Messi came, it was Barcelona. Just that he's an alien, right? So it's like an additional blessing to Barcelona, So I don't think we can drop to Arsenal level at all.
Okay, Tega, very, very quickly on Arsenal. what really shocked me is because they actually unbeaten before the Corona in Premier League in this year, 2020. Before I think Corona started around March, so beginning of the year till now, they actually went on a decent run of form. You get, and then the Corona happened. They had the Europa League heartbreak when they lost, I think, to Olympiacos. That minute they bottled it, yeah. But in the league, they were decent. But then you go and play Man City. I still no shame losing to Man City. Almost everybody loses to Man City in that league, yeah. But to now come against Brighton away from home, you are leading as late as the 70th minute, and you cannot still hold your lead. It's just shocking, guys. It's disgraceful. Do you understand what I'm saying? Brighton came, they scored, and then they scored literally the last kick of the game. So they have to be questions asked. Initially against Man City, it was David Luiz just literally handed the 3 points to City because they were competing well before he came, and then he came in and just completely changed the whole thing. Exactly. So there was no David Luiz this time around, but it was still shambolic. Defensively, they were all over the place. No creativity, no spark and everything. So, I don't know. Like Joshua said, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would leave because, to be honest, my peace of mind is important to me. I would just stop caring. I would just stop caring. So, guy.
I think the problem with Arsenal and maybe Arsenal fans now and everybody in general, including myself and pundits, is that I think everybody's rating Arsenal with the way they was before. That's the same thing that's happening to Man U. People are rating Man U with the days of Ferguson and the rest, and people are rating Arsenal with the days of the invincible days when Wenger was still hot in hot form. And Arsenal fans need to realize that team is gone, and they need to look at the expectations. They need to look at their squad. For example, they have Mustafi. And I can tell that my granddad, who is 80-something-year-old, can defend better than Mustafi. They have terrible players. They have terrible defenders. Luiz isn't helping the situation. They have Mustafi, and they should just maybe lower the expectation and just begin to realize that probably.
I understand lowering the expectations, yeah, but guy, they have Aubameyang, they have Lacazette, you have Ozil. These are professional. You have Xhaka, you have Bellerin, who at the time was one of the best right back in the Premier League, and I will not even say the work was at the point back I was bidding for him. It was very good before his injury and all that. Then you have Saka, the young boy has come in and he's done very well. Then you have Leno. Leno is one of the best keepers. If you call top 10 goalkeepers currently,
no, the fault is Arteta's fault? Because if it's not the players, it's the coach.
It can't be Arteta's fault. No, it can't be Arteta's fault. My issue now is they should not be as we should not look at them as big as they were before in terms of invisible, but they should be doing better than they currently are. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. If on whether it's the fault of Arteta or not, now I don't think he has had enough time. This guy came in by December. But when did he come in? Guy, he's struggling on his own. This is his first job in his life, first career job in his life. He's been barely how many months? He's barely had preseason. He's not bought his players, and then he was having a moment with them, and then Corona came, and post-Corona, it's almost like they've forgotten all their training and everything. They should exercise a little bit of patience, but I still feel they should be doing better. Go and look at the defending now. You don't need a coach to see David Luiz, guy. Is that the coach is that the fault of the coach? You don't need the coach. A coach should not do this. These are perfect. David Luiz is at the point was one of the best defenders. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
He's your player, Tega. He plays for Chelsea.
Well, okay, speaking of Arteta, now where I think I can put some blame on Arteta, for example, is that against Man City, he decided to start the kids. He decided to start Willock, Nketiah, Saka, the small boys.
I saw someone said that he was keeping his key players for winnable matches.
But against Brighton now, he's starting the big boys. He keeps on changing and interchanging. I think he needs to stick to a certain group of players and actually play them for a long amount of time.
I can understand.
That's true. Yeah.
Anyway, but you know, Corona affected, yeah, and then the fitness level of a lot of the players. It didn't carry Ozil against Man City, for example. We don't know what's happening behind the scene. The fitness level, their training, and who has been performing in this thing. Do you understand? So it's difficult, really. I feel like the way football has come back without the fans and everything, it's going to take a while for a lot of these teams to actually get back. There are very few. See Liverpool today now. They played 0-0. I think without this Corona break, they will have won that Everton team easily. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like it's going to take there are only very few teams like Bayern Munich that just came back and just slotted Man City to do a very brilliant show against Arsenal, apart from the David Luiz thing. So those are teams that are playing on a very high level. Every other club will struggle. Even Barca are struggling.
Okay.
Juventus are struggling.
Yes. Speaking on Liverpool now, they've won just 2 games in their last 7. That was before Corona and after Corona now. And they are struggling to actually win games and trying to score goals. Joshua, do you think it's because they feel the league is done and dusted, so we need to take their foot off the pedal?
I think so. You can obviously see the point difference is just too high. Like, back in the days we used to say they are selling games, right? But I'm not trying to say they are selling games, bro.
Yeah.
They are not going to perform at that high level just because the point difference is so clear that in a couple of games are going to win the league. So it's no longer a do or die phase. Okay, let's take our time and enjoy.
Yeah, so mentally they just switch up a little bit.
Exactly.
Oris, what do you think about Tottenham versus Manchester United? Obviously, Manchester United deserve to get at least a point because in second half they were better and Pogba came in and really performed well. That top 4 position now it seems like it's Chelsea's to lose because Chelsea obviously now 5 points ahead of Man U and Wolves at the moment. What do you think about the whole Tottenham versus Manchester United game in a whole?
I saw a large part of the game. I didn't see towards the end where Man United got the penalty, but I saw the penalty later and it was very contagious. I felt like it was a very soft penalty to give. United have been very lucky with penalties, guys. It's ridiculous. If I was a fan, I'd be very happy, but as a rival fan or someone that doesn't really want them to do so well for banter's sake, it's very frustrating because, they can just go in the box and either if it's Rashford not going to the ground, it's Martial. If it's not Martial, it's Pogba. Whether Dyer was foolish there or Pogba was smart, or I don't even know. But I feel like draw was a fair result, though. A fair result. The goal was a poor defending from Maguire and poor goalkeeping from David De Gea. I mean, you have to save that. It's just been off. There are a lot of fans that are calling for Ole to drop him for Romero. I mean, Romero has been brilliant whenever he plays for Man United. So I feel like that's something you should consider. But 1-1 was fair, very fair. I don't think they will have enough firepower more than Chelsea to get that top 4. I still think they will miss out.
Yeah, but again, since Cristiano Ronaldo destroyed him at the World Cup, he hasn't been himself. So do you give Ronaldo the credit for the gears terrible? I know some of you are Barca fans, so I don't
understand. Let my president go, please. I want to hear what he has to say.
You're looking for trouble.
I feel like maybe something actually changed. But
it's the confidence.
But also this feeling of low-key, I feel like he knows that he's in his mind, he thinks he's irreplaceable. So I feel like that also comes into play. When you have this mind that no matter what you do, you are still going to play. You get so that's why when I see a lot of fans calling for, because Romero I think he's the best backup goalkeeper in the world. You get he's still sharp. He's still very. Whenever he plays for United, he does always keeps clean sheet.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not a bad alternative. Just like we saw Lampard did to Kepa recently before the Corona. Yeah. They should do the same thing to. Maybe that's what is going to restore that hunger. I feel like it's hunger. You get maybe that hunger and that reality check that okay, guys, I'm not actually undroppable or I'm not actually invisible. Let me get.
Although I maybe that's your opinion though, but I still feel that might not be the case.
So you feel the game is gone? It's gone for good?
Not really. I think what was happening is a bit of lack of confidence, and just because of upside down and stuff like some challenges in the club, and it's going to actually have. Come on, we saw Jordi Alba crying. You understand? Something like that is happening to them also. So I just feel
no. But United,
psychologically there is a problem.
United before the Corona break, I think they went on a 10-game unbeaten run. Yeah.
Yes, they were fire.
They were exactly. They were gaining the confidence. So I don't really agree with that confidence in club level, because when Bruno came turn of the year, they actually picked up very well. Even the Gallo was firing. So Gallo came also. Rashford was injured all through, but they were still winning. But even if they don't win, they will draw. They beat City. So so I don't know.
This is something that is actually happening in Spain that people don't talk much about. How good other teams are.
Other clubs are, yeah.
You know, we are refusing to acknowledge that part. I'm using Spain as an example because I've been seeing how we are blaming Barcelona, like Barcelona doesn't do well. Why we are all seeing like, man, all the teams are really playing so well. That is what is happening in the Premier League. They are playing well. We might be saying, oh no.
Okay, so
what's happening? Look at Watford versus Liverpool. Watford played very well, right? So I think it's a thing of other clubs are trying to like step up the game, and you'll be surprised that most of the big clubs don't perform as they used to perform. We are seeing Arsenal. Imagine we've seen Arsenal.
Yeah. Rounding up the top 6 in the Premier League, Chelsea won today against Aston Villa, gaining 3 points. I think it was a good point for Chelsea because, as we said earlier, Man U dropped points, City also dropped points, and Sheffield United dropped points. So gaining those 3 points, I think, was very, very important for Chelsea. And I think Lampard realizing that starting Loftus-Cheek was maybe not the right decision, and putting him in a position where he wasn't effective was not the right decision. And bringing him Pulisic and back really changed the game, because in a few minutes of bringing them in, they were able to change the game and actually score. Pulisic was able to score, and Drill was able to get a goal also.
Aston Villa were terrible. They were pathetic. It was shambolic. Those things, that team deserved to be relegated immediately after that game. I don't understand.
Aston Villa is Aston Villa. They've never been top club, so we're not really expecting much.
I was watching the match, and even when they scored in the first half, they were struggling. They could not even get the ball out of their half. It was just they just had 2 lines, 2 backs of 5. Chelsea just kept pressing, but even though I felt first half Chelsea were not really penetrating, it was just more of ball possession, pass, and then they got the break, they got the free kick, they got the goal. Aston Villa, and then second half they just lost. They lost it in 2 minutes because Chelsea had 2 goals in 2 minutes, and so I beg. Good points for Chelsea, though. Very good point. I feel like it's going to help them in their top 4.
Moving on to the La Liga now. Barcelona came back up from the coronavirus break. 2 wins back to back, and they dropped points against Sevilla this weekend. And at the moment, Real Madrid is actually leading. So Real Madrid will go.
What's the score?
It's penalty.
1-0 Sergio Ramos at the moment. So I feel Real Madrid will definitely go top of La Liga at the end of this game, or be level on points with Barcelona at the moment at the end of this game. Edmund, the title chances now, looking at it objectively, do you think, because obviously Real Madrid are beginning to perform now, they're playing well with Hazard back in form, creating assists, and Barcelona are always relying on Messi. Do you think Real Madrid can actually clinch the La Liga?
Definitely. I think the run of fixtures actually goes for them. They have kind of fixtures, if we are to put it that way, on paper. You get Barca have to play Atletico Bilbao, we have to play Atletico Madrid, we have to play Celta Vigo, and these are on back to back, and these are traditionally very, very difficult fixtures for Barca, regardless of our form, of our manager. These are difficult. So I still feel the Madrid will drop points. I feel like it also depends on us, how well we can do, how well we can win those games. If we can, then we may give ourselves a fighting chance. But it's, to be honest, guys, very difficult. Madrid seem like you said, they are picking from against Valencia. They weren't so good, but they won 3-0. 3-0. You get, and then now they are leading again. So it feels like they are picking from. Plus, if we win and at the end of the day, we get leveled on points at the end of the season, they are going to take it because of they have a superior head-to-head goal difference. That a classical that they won us 2-0. Yeah, they beat us 2-0 at home. They drew 0-0 in our home. So they will get the title. So it's very difficult, really. Barca's problem, I know it's difficult. I feel like Madrid are favorite at the moment, but football, we've seen a lot of things happen. It just takes one decision, one mistake from anybody, and they are like, I think 9 games to go. Yeah, maybe 8.
8 games.
8 games to go. Yeah, so a lot of things will happen.
Right, moving on to
Madrid are favorites at the moment.
The Italian football resumed over last week, and the Coppa Italia was played. Juventus got to the final and ended up losing to Napoli. Cristiano Ronaldo couldn't save them this time. He was waiting to take the last penalty. Obviously, his teammates were not capable enough or even scoring their own penalties. And Sarri is waiting to win his first trophy in Italy.
First of all, let me talk about the first game briefly. Against Milan, they got a penalty. Ronaldo missed it. Stuff can happen. But in that game, they were not creative enough. On the final against Napoli, a draw was a fair result. But when it came to the penalties, I felt that Ronaldo, being one of the best penalty takers in the history of the world, I mean, this guy has over close to 100 penalty goals. That's more than some people's career goals. Some people call him Penaldo. You understand, Joshua? I felt that it's his responsibility, it's his duty to be among the first penalty takers. Why are you waiting to be among the last so you can be, in quotes, the hero? You get see now. He never got to his turn. History, a legend have it that he's still waiting to take that penalty. He's still in the stadium waiting to take that penalty for Juventus. And a lot of people like to talk about Messi missing the penalty against Chile, I think in 2016 and all that, and he's retiring. But Messi stepped forward. You get all the penalty shootout Argentina has had. He's usually the first penalty taker. You get so I feel like Ronaldo with his experience and he's made for moments like that, he should have stepped forward, relieved the pressure from his teammates, scored the first goal. We get Dybala took a miss. I think Danilo took a miss, and they were never recovering from that. Drawing the final is not shameful, guys. There's nothing there. It's a final. It's always going to be tight. It's going to be cagey. But when it came to the penalty taker, as the first penalty taker of the team, why are you waiting till the last penalty before you take it? But I feel like Napoli deserved it, to be honest, because they were clinical when it came to the penalties. They put their best foot forward and they scored all 4 penalties to win it. So happy for them, to be honest.
Josh, do you think Juventus should think about sacking Sarri, because they haven't had it easy since he came in? Even in the league that they normally win easily, it's been a struggle for them. And now he has also lost the Coppa Italia. Do you think he needs another season with the club, or do you think he needs to change his tactics?
It might be a very contrary opinion, but he's not that bad of a coach. I've seen how Juventus play. The only problem they have is finishing. And and that's the truth.
You don't think it's a lack of creativity?
If we play the way Real Madrid, the way Juventus play, I think with having Messi, I think we can destroy a lot of clubs. Because they play the kind of football I actually want, like this middle midfield dominance and kind of stuff, like making, but they just have problems with finishing. And of course we can all start blaming Sarri. You understand? They say first rule of leadership, everything is the leader's fault, right?
Yeah.
So but I still feel they still play very well, but somehow they gassed out against Napoli. I was surprised, but Napoli, they've stepped up. Clubs are stepping up, and we might be seeing a lot of competition from some of the clubs that don't used to perform.
Mid-table teams, yeah.
Exactly. So we've seen a lot of top performances from mid-table clubs. So, but in my own opinion, I don't think Sarri should be sacked. They bought a 34-year-old Ronaldo now, so. And he plays almost all their games. Maybe they can get someone.
Who else scores for them? Higuain is not really clinical again. Bala is not going to get you. 20. So I've never really thought about it from the point of creativity.
Higuain is not a complete footballer. He's not a complete footballer. He's just there. He's just there to.
How old is that guy?
He should be up to 68. I don't know, guys.
On extra time, what do you guys think about the whole Black Lives Matter stuff that's been going on? I think football has taken, especially Premier League, most players are taking the knee. The Premier League has Black Lives Matter written at the back of their jersey. I mean, I think it's a good initiative.
I think it's good. It's a good initiative, though. It's good. I was watching the Premier League game today, and I was seeing the jersey on. I was seeing people on the jersey. Their names are no longer there. It's just the Black Lives Matter, then their number. And I was thinking, what really is this going to do? But then I thought about the young children, the younger generation that will be watching it, and they'll be saying Black Lives Matter. So probably when they are growing up, they are thinking, okay, I don't have to be racist to a black person because their life actually matter. So I feel it's good, but I still feel generally the world, football-wise, we have to do more. It's good. It's one thing to just carry banner. We've been doing banners since, guy. Do you get? But you still go to football stadiums, for example, since we're talking football, and you still get players that are racially abused. Okay, see what Torino, for example, posted.
Yeah, I was going to
that disgusting photo.
I was going to talk about that.
In the midst of creating awareness, they are still trying to mock black people. The racism in Italy is just disgusting. Yeah. So I feel like the initiative with Black Lives Matter, the hashtags and all that is good. It's good. For me, low-key is just for show. People are doing it, okay, let me post and all that. We need to do more generally. The whole world needs to do more. Football, FIFA, UEFA, they need to do more. It's very easy. Anybody can wear shirts because they are forced to. So when someone actually now goes forward and breaks the rule, let the person be properly punished, or let the club be properly punished.
Today is actually Father's Day. What did you do on Father's Day for your dad? Are you already a dad? What did your children do?
He's our daddy. Joshua, that's true. You should tell me something, fam. Come on.
Father's Day, I was just... Man, I was just at home watching movies and thanking God that I'm not an Arsenal fan. Man, I was praising God like I'm not an Arsenal fan. I've seen a lot of problems on the timeline. I've seen people complain like Jesus, people crying, and it's worth thanking God for. Since I don't have kids, I just watch Cartoon Network.
Tega, very quickly to wrap up. I mean, on the Father's Day, a lot of people, Father's Day is just one day in a year. I think it's the last third week, third something of June.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have come out to also wish their mothers happy Father's Day, or single mothers, or mothers those that don't have father figures in their life, or their father wasn't responsible and all that. So what did you think? Do you think that they were wrong? Do you think that they had the right?
For me, I feel genuinely for the people who are single mothers, and they really deserve they really deserve to be acknowledged, because it's not easy to be a single mom raising kids.
They deserve to be acknowledged with Happy Father's Day on Father's Day.
For me, sincerely, for people who are for single moms, I can accept that, because it's not easy to raise children and being a single mom, hustling and all. But where I do not get is people using it for clout and saying Happy Father's Day to mothers who are just using it for clout and disparaging men because they can. I mean, it's just one holiday in 5. Women have 4 Mothers Day in a year, and men just have 1 day. If you're not a single mom, if your father was not a deadbeat father, give the accolades to the men who are in your life, and just wish the men Happy Father's Day.
Exactly, and just rest, fam, and just rest. Recommend a book for people that will be listening and who want to read a book. It's a short book, and I feel like everyone in the world should read it, because it's going to like reprioritize your focus and make you focus on the things that matter. You get, because a lot of things is going on in the world right now that it's very easy to lose focus and tend to prioritize wrong things. Yeah. So the name is called Subtle Act of Not Giving a Fuck. I'm sorry, I have to cuss, but I feel like everybody should read the book. It's by Mark Manson, and it's so very brilliant. I try to read that book as much as I can because there's so much wisdom and so much knowledge in that I feel everybody can gather. So yeah, that's it.
All right, guys. On that note, to come to the end of this episode of the Viewing Center podcast, Edmund Oris, thanks for joining me on the show once again. It's always fun having you around.
Thanks for having me, Tega. It was so much fun.
Yeah, and Barcelona's president, Joshua, thanks for calling on the show.
Man, I appreciate. I really enjoyed myself. Thank you so much, guys. You guys did well.
Thanks, Joshua, for coming. It means a lot.
All right.
Yeah, where can we find you on social media, Joshua? Are you on Twitter? What's your Twitter handle?
Yeah, Joshua_Ubeku. You know, that's the one on Twitter, and on Instagram is Joshua Ubeku.
You can follow the show on Twitter at ViewCenterPod. You can follow me on Twitter at #Tega. I can follow the ever popular Edmund Oris. Anytime I call him popular, he always objects. But I think he's happy to go by the name.
No, I'm not popular. Just follow me at Edmund Oris on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter. Yeah, so that I'll make you laugh.
I'll make you vex.
All right, guys. Do take care of yourself.
Cheers. And you too. God bless, bro.